Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for nerds, by nerds, hanging out with my nerds.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
I'm Ted.
I'm Nate.
And today we're going to D&Dize a mythological creature.
The big guy himself?
The big man in red himself, the fat man, Santa Claus.
He's got a whole new bag, so I hear.
Yeah.
So now, are we doing the Santa Claus as he's envisioned from
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Well, we're not doing crap before we talk about the newsletter. So we have the Nerdarchy newsletter. You can sign up for it down. You can find a link to sign up for it down below. You'll get all kinds of nerdy exclusives. Some GM or player tips might be sprinkled in, and some other exclusives. Now back to the regular scheduled gift of Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. So yeah, the request has been put out for us to D&Di Santa Claus. It is the season. Why not? And hey, and if you know your Dresden Files, you know Santa Claus is one badass fae.
So I'm thinking he definitely gets access to a Misty Step. Like he can do that as a bonus action or something. Or maybe he can do that as an action any given round. Or no, Misty Step is a bonus action, right? So he should have that ability, because how else is he fitting his fat ass down the chimney, right?
Gaseous form?
Gaseous form, but Misty Step, like
a reskinned gaseous form?
You could do that,
But
too.
Misty Step would also work.
Well, I mean, like, unless somebody's
I feel like
chimney is longer...
technically, though, to Misty Step, you have to see where you're going.
Oh, that's a bit of a
Yeah,
problem.
so gaseous form you could travel down.
Yeah.
And then we could just have it be like he's stretched.
Well, so first of all, what race is he? Are we just gonna go like he's human?
I would go with some kind of fae.
He is the largest Jolley elf.
Yeah, they refer to... He's like the elf from, what was it the Dungeons & Dragons movie that had the obese elf? You know?
He's,
Like,
he's a BFE.
Well, make him an Eladrin.
You could be an Eladrin, yeah.
That would give him Misty Step for free. But like I said, does he really need it? Because depending on which way we go, because either way you look at it, right? So Santa Claus is an immortal being.
Yeah.
Right.
He's described as a jolly elf, like sometimes in some of the Christmas writing. So I mean, he could be human or he could be elvish.
I don't feel the elf could, for several reasons.
Because elves can't be gingers, and he starts out as a ginger.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Well, I think an elf could be a ginger.
I'm just fucking.
Are you sure he's not a dwelf?
A dwarf, maybe. But here are the problems. One is he's very much bearded.
Mm.
Two, he's very much a fat man,
A
large man.
So
I can say that because I'm being a fat man.
So you're saying he's not going to be a Dungeons & Dragons movie large elf?
Okay.
No.
All right, okay. I got this, all right. You don't get gifted the North Pole by your father for being good-looking and next in line for accepting something. So maybe he's like an exiled noble elf. He's the second son, and you're like, okay, even if
he can't be an elf.
if the first son dies, you're not.
I've never seen an elf with whiskers.
Bah.
Elves don't grow beards.
Wizardry.
They just don't have the ability.
How does he fit everything in his sack anyway? He's got to be a wizard.
Of course, a human wizard.
He's got
An elven wizard who has a beard fetish.
The sack.
I am perfectly okay with this.
The sack is totally its own magic item.
But why elf?
That he made.
I don't understand the elf.
Because he is. That's what he is, right?
It depends. If
Yeah, I
you go
don't
with
think-
the Rankin Bass stop motion stuff, he's very much a human according to that.
Yeah. Or Coca-Cola.
Or Coca-Cola.
You dare defy Coca-Cola?
The Coca-Cola
Yeah,
Gestapo will be at your house after this
They
recording.
can clean the rest off of my vehicle later.
Mythology links him to
When they stop by.
Odin, so
Also, human-esque god.
All right. Fine.
So there's links to elf. There's Dave wants to call everything a dwarf. So we'll
He's a mole.
Yeah.
but moles don't have beards.
absolutely
I
don't.
And because he doesn't have his own
I can
children,
meet you in the middle at half elf.
I'd rather go half dwarf. If he's not going to be elf, let's go the other way. And he doesn't have his own children. That's why he gives people gifts.
He's sterile.
Yeah.
Like the moles. The hairless moles of Athos.
Mules, I believe
Oh,
they say.
they don't have
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah,
but
we call
mules
them
so
Why
moles.
does
stupid.
Dark have? Dark Sing
Mole
have to
sounds
change
so
everything?
much cooler.
That whatever. I don't care what race he is.
All right, so let's just
Anymore.
go with humans so that we can end that part of this argument.
Yeah, this is like.
But you guys can continue it in the comments below.
So if we're going wizard, right? Like, what's going to be? Is he a diviner because he knows if you've been bad or good for goodness sake and all that, right?
Ooh, that's a
I-
good one.
I think
I was thinking artificer, but I like the diviner route.
I mean, like he's always like spying.
He's got
on
a list.
people. He's like
He's really creepy.
He only knows. He knows, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
way.
kind of eerie. Like what? Were you
He definitely
watching?
uses his divining abilities in a way that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
He's on a watch list somewhere.
Megan's Law, like basically Santa Claus is gotta go door to door when he moves into a neighborhood.
So I could definitely see us going with either diviner wizard or like a knowledge priest. Because you have access to augury and stuff like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But let's diviner. Why not? Let's go with it. Yeah. Plus he's doing all those B&Es.
Yeah.
He's going to need something like those rerolls that the diviner gets.
Yeah.
In order to avoid the police.
Well, with his like gaseous form ability.
Well,
or
if
whatever,
we go high enough with Wizard, I don't know whether it's currently in this
Dude, it's
edition.
fucking Santa Claus. He's 20th level at least.
He's
No, I'm saying I don't know if
yeah.
it's in this edition of D&D, but I mean there was always the time spells, like time stop and whatever have you.
Oh yeah, he needs that. He definitely needs that. Yeah.
Just use his wish. If it's not there, just use the wish spell.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
There's one
So
night
what,
a
does
year.
it just go like this?
Well,
Boom.
yeah, what he is like he gets a ritual spell that he can do once per year, like an epic ritual spell that he used to do for a year, and maybe he has to sacrifice like some untold number of children to
The bad
make it
ones.
happen. Yeah, the bad children. He gets Krampus.
He moonlights as Krampus.
Krampus like rounds them up, brings them, and then then that fuels the ritual, and
Nice.
there you go.
Wow,
That went to a dark place really fast.
It doesn't take much.
Well,
it is Ryan.
well, it could just be. I mean, how long would it actually take to give everybody gifts at a reasonable pace? Probably like a year, right? So maybe he actually time stops, and every time
he just uses haste all the time.
just uses haste all the time.
Does he keep? Does haste still age people? Because
No, I don't think it does.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, it could be some kind of weird ritual where you're using that year and that time.
Maybe he's got like an improved boost of haste that like they just function. Like there's no like limitation on it.
So, is there a background that allows you to run a sweatshop?
Guild artisan.
Guild artisan.
Guild artisan's pretty good.
You could just be a master, guild master, and a guild artisan.
Guild master.
The guild master
Yeah,
over a guild where he doesn't pay anybody.
Your special skill is, guild artisan.
Morale. He gets morale.
Manager.
going.
Underneath the special skills, like no, you could be a potter or a carpenter. No, he's the manager.
So we got human, diviner,
Guild artisan.
guild artisan.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. And he's definitely going
Do
to
you
be
think,
kitted out.
you think Santa Claus has any fighter levels? 'Cause sometimes he's got to put the boot to Heine.
I think he could still stomp somebody. Like when you're a 20th level character, you could still mess somebody up. So.
Depends on what kind of adventure he has to go on just to get here. Maybe there's like some.
Yeah,
like
and
Yetis
also
or
don't
something.
discount his reindeer too. Like those are all going to be probably pretty decent because they can fly, and or I mean, there's going to be dust or
They're
whatever.
like phantom steeds. He's got like the Uber phantom steed spell where he just summons them all.
He could do that, or when you cast fly at a higher level, you get extra choices. So maybe he just makes them all fly.
Yeah. Or
But
a
it probably
magic
won't last
item.
long enough. So
He just cast it again. He's Santa Claus.
perhaps he just.
He only uses like 3 spells. He's just got to cast them over and over again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, or he could have access to somehow got access to find steed, and he's just able to have. He gets to break the rules and have 8 of them, 8 steeds.
plus Santa Claus is a bard.
Well, bard or paladin. You throw in some paladin there.
But even with fine steeds, you only get to summon 1 steed at a time. Anyway,
Well,
so,
Santa gets to break
Well,
the rules.
is Steed a ritualist spell?
It is a ritual spell.
So if you took ritualist,
Yeah.
yeah, but then you like for
For
paladins.
one spell.
sorry, I'm just
Well-
trying to think of ways to solve your problems.
Well,
My apologies.
Just have him. He's a wizard. He made up a spell. You can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, like a thing that he's got maybe a 4th level spell.
What kind of feats would you give Santa Claus? I think
Or-
it's alertness, observant.
Yeah.
Those would totally work.
Lucky. Especially diviner, you can abuse the crap out of lucky. It's so good. It's so good. There's so much stuff you can do with it. And like he's just he's
Athlete.
athlete, really?
Yeah.
Because he's like running on the rooftop.
He's running on. Dude, Santa Claus, yeah, he's pretty nimble for a big man.
Yeah.
He's on rooftops. He's got the sleigh. He's up north in the.
So should he have acrobatics instead?
No, athlete is a feat.
Oh.
It gives you like bonuses to climb. And
I was thinking
stuff.
athletics. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, or he could just have like, you know, like items that kind of facilitate doing all the stuff that he's going to do. Anyway.
Yeah, so-
because I imagine him like kitted out to the nines.
If it was the
with
other way
magic
around,
items.
where he was an artificer, that would, you know, also with his minions making toys and things like that, that could like, instead of diviner, it could be an artificer, and he just makes items that do all the stuff. Like maybe he has spectacles that allows him to scry or something, or he's got you know, in his sleigh, and
He's Batman.
his sleigh and other things are magical, so they fly.
I'm Batman.
You know, that kind of stuff. So a super bag of holding.
Well, yeah, obviously he's got a super bag of holding.
super big of holding.
So I mean, so if he was a high enough level artificer, you could just make that stuff, and it'd just be like part.
Maybe
Of,
he just uses normal reindeer, but the sleigh's magic.
yeah,
Could be that.
that's what's
I
I mean, the
magic
sleigh's
sleigh.
always magic anyway, so...
Yeah, so
Could,
magic sleigh.
could even be like the harness.
Yeah, that he puts on. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the harnesses are attached to the sleigh. It's all one thing, you know? You put them on there, it's one magic item. One attunement. Boom.
Might not even
For the
require
lower
attunement.
cost of
Everything good in 5th edition requires attunement.
Not everything like 5 feet wide by
it's a vehicle.
15 or
Like,
20
it
feet
is a
long.
vehicle.
It better transform into a little pocket-sized version of itself if it requires attunement.
Maybe it does. Like the whole Jetsons thing.
What about the Tower of whatever his name is?
Darren's Instant
Yeah,
Fortress.
Instant Fortress.
Yeah.
That doesn't require attunement.
There you go. That's kind of like that. Boom, sleigh.
Except for flies. And it doesn't, because like the
The
interesting,
Instant Fortress flies too.
the interesting thing about
For a little bit.
Instant
When you throw it-
Fortress
when
is
you
you
throw
just
it hard
drop it on people and then like let it transform and just kill people. But back to this, yeah. So I'm thinking he's got like the Uber, like he's got like superior boots of haste. Would probably be the thing to also like he's got to worry about time efficiency here, you know.
He does.
So
My Santa Claus, I wasn't envisioning a lot of magic items though. He's just a badass. He is magic.
he just is that good.
Well, because you figure, right? So Santa
So he probably
Claus,
is like the chosen of a deity, like that's,
Yeah. He's like got something going
He's
on.
all Minster.
He's immortal. Like he's been granted immortality somehow.
He's got boons. He's got some epic level boons for sure.
I don't know. I think that I don't know. That's all I got for Santa Claus. There's a lot of like ways you can go with it. You know, there's a lot of different stories. There's a lot of Coca-Cola versions. You know, there's all this stuff going
Yeah,
on.
we're not even really getting into like the original Saint Nicholas thing. So that's with that direction of it. So
Yeah, we definitely went with more of the commercial version.
yeah.
There's lots of different ways we can go. There's lots of different things. We could talk forever on this one, but let's just leave it at that. Diviner, human, guild artisan,
With a bunch of feats
with a bunch of feats and whatnot.
Goodness.
and boons.
And boons. Yeah.
How would
So-
you guys do Santa Claus? Let us know in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
You can check us out over on nerdarchy.com.
You could follow us on Instagram.
You can also check out the forum over at nerdarchy.com.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.